Hi, this is Katie with Batson Design Company, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to take one of our mock-up images that you may have purchased in our shop and how to put your images on it and how to create a mock-up to show for your shops in Cricut Design Space. So I'm here at the Cricut Design Space website and I'm already logged into my account, so I'm going to hit File and New, and we're going to work in a new file here. And the first thing we have to do is, once we've downloaded our product that you have purchased to your computer, we have to get it into Design Space to start working with it. So I want to look over here to the left hand side here where we have all these buttons. And just like you would upload a cutting file into your software, we're going to hit the second button here on the left, the Upload Images button, to upload our mock-up image into Design Space. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And it takes me into my uploaded images library, and I'm going to hit upload image again here, and I'm going to browse my computer for my image. Now I saved my computer to my image to my desktop here on my computer, so I'm going to select my image here, hit choose. Now we can either hit simple image, moderately complex, or complex. I always choose complex image because it just transfers more detail over, I found, of my mock-up image. And hit continue. Now here is normally where if you're uploading a JPEG or a PNG to convert it to a cutting file, you would click and erase spacing to make it a cut file, but we don't want to do anything here. We just want to hit continue. And then we're here at the final screen while we're uploading, and it's asking us to save it as a print and cut image or save as a cut image. The print and cut image is already selected, and that is the image that we want to save it as, because if we saved it as a cut image, you see that it's just all gray here. And then over here it's already got a name for the file, but if you want to name it something you could easily find this again as, I want to name it mockup, whether you would like to name it as. Now, this process may take a minute. That's completely normal for this to spin like this for a second. It's a large file, so it's just taking a second to save into your library. Like I said, that's completely normal for that to happen. And while we're waiting, if you have just came across our video and you haven't visited our Etsy store yet, we sell cutting files and other digital mock-ups for your crafting business. And you can find us on Etsy at www.etsy.com/shop/Batson Design Company. And we have several more mock-ups to choose from and other cutting files. And then here we go. It's loading into our image library. And right here it is. We're just going to select it with the little green check mark there and hit Insert Images. And this could take up to 30 seconds to insert into Design Space. And like I said, that's completely normal. It's just taking a minute to insert. Just sit here and wait while it does that. If you have any questions that we haven't addressed in the video, feel free to leave a comment or email us at batsondesigncompany@icloud.com, and we'll answer your questions as quickly as we can. Okay, our file is now into Design Space, and it's where we can work with it and put our images on it. So I'm just going to drag it out here and make it a little bigger. That's easier for me to work with it. So now we have our markup in here, but now we want to put our image on it so we can show our customers. So we're going to go back to uploaded images. And I'm going to make a mock-up, and I want my image to be a cutting file that I recently downloaded from our shop. So if your file is already in your library, you just select it from the screen, but my file is still on my desktop, so I want to hit Upload Image, Browse, and I'm working with a little Bro SVG file that's available in our Etsy shop, and I'm going to choose it. And since it's an SVG file, we don't have to go through many more steps. It just imports in as an SVG file. You can name it something. It imports in as its name is Little Bro. If you'd like to name it something else, you can highlight it here and rename it, but I'm going to leave it Little Bro, and I'm going to hit save. And it's saving it, and there it is in our library. So I'm going to select it, hit Insert Images. Now I'm working with the SVG file, so it is currently a cutting file, so it's going to have cut lines in it. So I'm going to just scale it down here and kind of rotate it so it centers on my mock-up. And I'm just going to get it how I want it here. Now you can either leave the colors the same or change them. And I think I want to change the orange and bro to red. So I'm just going to go over here and find the letters. And I want to change them to red. Or whatever color you might want to change it to, or you might want to leave it the same. And then, since it's a mock-up and we want our customers to see what the final product will look like, we're going to hit Flatten. And what this does is it makes the cut lines go away. And the image on your mock-up will now look like it'll look when you cut and press the image with your Cricut. So I've got it ready, I've got it flattened, and it's here on my mock-up. So we're almost ready to get it out of Design Space. Now here we can either go ahead and start the process of getting this image out of Design Space, or we can add a watermark to the image. Some people like to add their watermark in a different photo editor after it's out of Design Space, but you can also upload your watermark to Design Space and add it here. So I have a very simple watermark just uploaded here in Design Space. I'm going to go ahead and select it and add it to my photo. It's right here in my library. And I'm just going to change the color of it to black to contrast our design. And I'm going to scale it down. If you aren't using watermarks yet, I would recommend that you do so on your photos. Because unfortunately sometimes people like to steal your hard work and try to take credit for your photos. And while a watermark will not cut that down 100%, it will help and deter some people from trying to steal your photos and using as their own. So we've got our watermark on, we've got our design on our mock-up, and now we're ready to get it out of Design Space so that we can take it to another photo editor to edit it further, or just upload it to our websites or our Etsy shops or wherever you're going to be using it on Facebook so you can show your customers. So you can't save directly to your computer from Design Space. So I'm using an Apple computer, so I want to use the Shift Command 4 key, and what that does, it enables me to select this area here and take a screenshot. Now my screenshots automatically save to my desktop, but yours will you'll find your screenshot of this picture here wherever your default location is for photos or your screenshots that you take. Now, like I said, I'm using an Apple computer, so how I take a screenshot may be different if you're using a Windows-based system. From what I understand, to take a screenshot on a PC, you will hit Alt and print screen, and that will take your screenshot that way. So now we have our screenshot here. I'm going to bring it up, and there it is. And it's on my desktop, or it might be in a different location for you. But it's ready to upload to your sites now, or if you want to, you can use a further photo editor. You might want to add your watermark in the editor, or add different things to your mockup. But it's ready to show to your customers. And if you have any more questions about making a mockup in Cricut Design Space, please don't hesitate to email us at batsondesigncompany@icloud.com, or leave a comment below.